Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for coming back for our second ever episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hands for people that watch this on video, but luckily most of you aren't that. In case you didn't listen last week, here's what we do every Thursday. First we're going to talk some football. I'll make some NFL picks for about 20 minutes. Then I'll answer the junk mail question of the week. Then we say goodbye, and then you guys have a snack. I think that's what we decided.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
You guys don't get a snack.
Okay.
As you can hear, I'm joined by a couple of my producers today. We bring back producer Dave.
Hey, yo.
And we've got the new addition to the podcast, first time ever.
That's right.
Producer Matt.
Yeah.
That's going
Thanks
to be
for
your
having me, Katie.
catchphase.
Oh, is that my thing now?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought
That's
it
a
would
good
be
catchphrase.
Shaboy.
Shaboy. All right. Well, it's your show. You can tell me. I can have whatever catchphrase you want, really.
Our show.
Okay.
We'll figure it out as we go along.
Nice.
We have so much other stuff to do. First, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to our podcast. We only had one episode, but last week we're as high as the number 9 overall podcast on iTunes.
Wow.
Awesome.
The number 2 sports podcast.
Sweet.
Behind who else? Bill Simmons.
Oh.
Heard of him.
And speaking of Bill Simmons, this is a good segue.
That was a really good segue.
Strong.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
Really strong, because I want to chat before we get into our NFL picks about the fact that we had Bill Simmons on our show last night.
That happened.
That we did.
Happened.
How did that happen? Because it's pretty awesome that it happened.
So Bill and I are, I don't want to say, I'd love to say friends.
You can say it.
So Bill and I are friends.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
met
own that.
two whole times.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always been really supportive of me and my career and says he wants to help. And I don't usually hold him to it because that's a nice thing to say. But this time I was like, you're going to be in New York for a few hours. Come help me, like you said you were gonna, and do our show. And we've been wanting to do something for a while, but it's tough with his schedule, and he worked at a different company and don't normally do things with that company, so whatever. And we tried to figure things out. It never really worked with timing and stuff. It worked this time, which was fantastic. We had 5 whole minutes with him. And we had planned an idea. You guys and my amazing producers all had planned this idea of something we could do that was going to probably take about half an hour of his time, maybe an hour. We were hoping an hour would be fine, and he couldn't because he's super busy, because he's Bill Simmons.
Yeah.
And then we blew everything up and wrote our faces off until we got it down to we only needed 5 minutes of his time. And then I shot that back out there as like, I know you said no, but what if you said yes? And amazingly, he showed up. It was a great sport.
It was so cool.
And I just, we did that in this podcast studio. And for those of you listening who don't know, we don't have teleprompter here. So he walked in, was handed a script cold, read it, approved of the idea, which I was a little nervous wasn't going to happen, and read off of a laptop that someone was scrolling through that was being held under a camera, which was amazing.
It was awesome. And I love that he owned the I'm a bad actor part of it, as opposed he was went over the top with I am obviously acting, which made it so much funnier to me.
Yeah, he was a blast.
Yeah,
and
he
you're
was awesome.
saying no words, but the biggest thing for me was how exciting this is for you, because you, since the day I met you, producer Matt, are a huge Bill Simmons fan.
I am.
Way to
I'm
blow
a big Bill Simmons fan.
devotee.
Yeah.
No,
You're
that's
hurting
a
his
cool
street cred.
thing.
Yeah, I'm proud to be a Bill Simmons fan. And he was very much like you would think he is, as someone who's never met him before, but as a big fan. And I'd say that, as a Simmons dork and a Katie Nolan dork, it was cool to see you guys work together.
Are you a Katie Nolan dork?
Of course I am. Yeah, of course I am.
You're an OG, Matt. You've been here since day 5.
Yeah, day 5 was a good
of
day.
my career.
Yeah, but you guys work together really well. He obviously really cares about your success and is invested in the success of this show, even though it's on a different network, which is cool. And I don't know, he was a really cool dude.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. It was a blast. Hopefully, he did say as he was leaving, I'll come back and do the podcast.
We're holding him to it.
We will hold him to that. I'll call him every day. My friend, my good friend, dear friend, Bill Simmons. Speaking of him, he likes to gamble, right?
He does.
So this is a good segue here. Seems like an appropriate time to move on to America's new favorite betting segment, Fade That Pick.
Yeah.
Fade that pick.
Yeah,
These
fade
picks are being
it.
made by someone with absolutely zero gambling
forgot you
expertise.
do
So if you
that.
choose to bet actual money on these picks, you're stupid and don't care about money, because these picks are all probably going to be wrong. So definitely fade these picks.
That wasn't me.
Sweet intro.
Cool. Anyway, if you guys missed this last week, we decided, since everybody feels like an expert and they always offer all their picks against the spread, I'm going to do it too, because we're in a league that I am in like 9th, and there's 9 of us in it. So
Do you guys know
whatever.
who's in first in that league?
Is it you?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah. It's me.
I put my picks in one week, and they just didn't register, and I'm still pretty pissed about it. So we'll talk after the show.
Excuses.
Anyway, I'm encouraging everyone to take the opposite of what I pick, which is also known as fading my picks, because I'm just winging it. Because that's what I do professionally.
Yeah.
Last week I went 1, 2, and 1 because of the push.
Yeah.
The
Detroit
Lions,
and Chicago.
Lions, Bears. The Pats. I knew it. I knew I should have. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it. And I lost my lock of the week. So I'm just not good. But that's the point of the segment.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Imagine if it was called Fade That Pick and I got them all right.
Wouldn't work.
That would be dumb.
Agreed.
That's right.
So
You're
continue
sticking
to
the format.
continue to take the opposite of my advice. Let's get started. What's the first game?
Cowboys at Giants. Giants -3.5.
Okay. All right. First thought, I'm leaning away, but I know I'm supposed to get you guys to give me some facts, right?
Yeah.
So Dave, what do you have?
All right. On the Dallas side, they're coming off a bye. They also play well on the road. They're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games. What I like about Dallas is during this bye week, they made some changes. Matt Castle's in a quarterback.
That's what you like about Dallas?
Yes. I like
the
that
Matt Castle
they
thing?
recognize that there were things wrong and they're addressing those things.
By putting more wrong things in.
Maybe. I would say Castle Whedon could be an upgrade. And Kristen Michael, in a starting running back, it looks like he's taking all the first team reps in practice this week. So it looks like he's going to get the first running back duties over Joseph Randle. That's where my head's at. I think they're making some good changes.
Why do you think that's a good change?
I think they saw that Randall wasn't moving the ball. They saw that Whedon wasn't moving the ball in the passing game, and I think they're addressing it. Kristen Michael's a guy who, under Lynch in Seattle, people always said he just needs his opportunity, and I think they're like, you know what, we got this guy for a reason, and we're about to find out what he could do.
Okay.
That's how I'm feeling about
I
it.
will respectfully disagree with
That-
almost everything you just said, but we
We'll
can
see.
still be friends.
Oh, I'm glad. That makes me happy. Yay.
Yeah, I don't know if wanting to make changes, and you can be happy that change is happening, but not if that change is Matt Castle. That doesn't change anything positively. And also, Joseph Randle wasn't doing that poorly.
Meh.
Whatever. Kristen Michael could be fine. I don't think that's whatever. Matt, what do you think?
You know in Dumb and Dumber, when Lloyd
I already love this.
when Lloyd exchanges the sheepdog van for the moped, that's exchanging Brandon Whedon for Matt Castle. Okay? It's a change, but I don't think it's necessarily for the better. We know who Matt Castle is, guys. He's not good. He's 33. I thought he might be like 27. Nope, he's 33. He throws a lot of interceptions. Giants are tied for 3rd in the league in interceptions, so this seems like a good opportunity for them. These teams already met this year. The Cowboys won, but it was due to a last-second drive
That was
led
a
by that
clock
Tony Romo
management
guy
thing,
who
right?
is an actual professional quarterback. And most importantly, Des Bryant got a pet monkey this week, and so how can anything be good for this team?
Why are we
when that
talking
happens?
about anything but a pet monkey?
Yeah, he
Do
got
you
a
have
pet
a picture
monkey.
of the pet
I do.
monkey for me?
I do. The monkey's name is Dallas.
Oh, that's so
I
creative.
get
Dallas
it.
Bryant, so we know it'll be terrible in the playoffs.
That's so creative.
Oh.
It's working.
So,
Monkey playoffs are now a thing that my brain's thinking about. Monkey playoffs.
so when I heard this, I'm like, okay, Dez trying to come back from a broken foot.
Yeah.
There's he's kind of practicing this week. Unsure if he'll play. It looks doubtful, but
He shouldn't. Let's just be clear.
Yeah.
He shouldn't play. They should just not. He should not play. He broke a foot,
right.
so let's let him not play. Because is Des Bryant gonna make Matt Castle good?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
No.
This is the
no.
monkey.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's a pretty adorable monkey.
And he's really photogenic, and he knows he's getting his picture taken.
Okay.
Okay, you
So
want me to
here's
focus.
no. I'm not saying. I'm just saying having a pet monkey is adorable. Mm-hmm. Would you want your star wide receiver who's
Yes.
You would want him.
Yes.
Now's the time to get a pet monkey.
Yes.
It's
What do you mean? He's
Pet
got
monkey.
a million people who
It's
can
not
watch that monkey for him when it's not his monkey.
No, would you let someone else watch that adorable monkey? You know
No.
he's going to be obsessed with this monkey.
And
chasing
distracted.
the monkey around the house is not going to help with his foot
You know what?
healing.
You know what? Chasing the monkey around the house sounds like rehab. It sounds like rehabbing your foot injury. I think it's a great idea. Monkeys are very agile.
That's right.
at the agility he can learn
This is good.
from the monkey. I just think it's a really cute monkey.
Hey,
I don't think humans should probably own monkeys anyway.
There's
Just
hot
change
takes.
the
for,
monkey's
like, a
diaper, though. It's
safety.
like having a newborn baby the week you're trying
You think
to...
Dez is changing that monkey's diaper?
I think Dez is all in on this monkey.
Because I don't think Dez is changing that monkey's diaper.
Okay, how are you? Who
Okay,
are you taking this game?
should we do a pick now?
Yeah, who are you like?
Well, so I heard that Whedon is pissed that he's being, like he used the word pissed. He's being benched for Castles. Do we have an audio drop for pissed?
We'll
We
just
do
Record
now.
it and make one.
Yeah,
He's
have you do it.
pissed, and I would be too because he didn't do that badly, right? He's only thrown 2 touchdowns in 3.25 games, but he also has only thrown 2 picks.
He was third in the league in completion
Yeah,
percentage.
it's like
Pretty good.
70 something,
Yeah.
72 something. Meanwhile, Castle's not good. His career completion percentage is under 60. So, like, I get that it's a different, sample size, but I just don't think that change is what you need right now. I'd say stick with Whedon. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm thinking about a monkey, and I'd like to move on because can someone look into getting me a pet monkey?
We'll look into that.
I'm going to lock in my pick. I'm going to pick the Giants, -3.5.
Fade that pick.
I don't like not taking the underdog.
All
I
right.
think if you'll notice last week, I always take the underdog.
Interesting.
Because I'm an asshole. Okay, next game.
Eagles at Panthers. Panthers -3.5.
Okay, okay. Panthers undefeated
Impressive.
and getting
Undefeated.
0 respect. Like none. People don't think that they're good, but they're kind of good. And I don't even really want to
good.
believe it because name someone on the Panthers.
Devin
it's-
Yeah,
Fucci's?
I can
Yeah.
name Cam Newton, and then
It just trails
Exactly.
off very quickly. So
Sure.
this is very interesting to me. Dave, what are your thoughts?
on the Philly side here. First of all, they played well against Carolina the past few years, winning 5 of the last 6 matchups. The reason I'm leaning betting Philly is looking at our Yahoo League. 70% of the people on Yahoo have picked Carolina, which makes me think the sharp pick is going against the grain and taking Philly.
Because the internet's dumb.
Exactly. Because the internet's dumb.
Wait, 70% have picked
are,
Philadelphia.
are taking Carolina
Okay, good.
minus
I was
3.5.
going to say, don't ever go based on someone on Twitter said I should take this, so I'm going to do the opposite. Is always the best way to.
No, I just feel like I think it's a smart move. It's what the sharps in Vegas always do is they try to bet against the public. So
Yeah.
that's what I think we should do here.
Okay, that's what you think.
That is what I think.
Yeah, I guess
40, what do you
I'm
think?
with the masses here. I think Carolina's pretty good. Carolina, even though they've had a kind of soft schedule, they're 4-1 against the spread this year. Mm-hmm. Luke Kuechly's back. Last
Yeah.
week he led the team in tackles.
Kuechly.
I like Carolina in general. I think that even without much on offense, they're putting up a lot of points somehow. Big road win last week. They don't turn it over very often, which is how the Eagles tend to win a lot of their games. So I think Carolina's a smart pick here.
All right, Luke Kuechly, who
Yeah.
our former producer called Luke Kuechly. Does
Ooh,
anyone remember
that's right.
that?
No,
Anyone remember that incident?
I don't. Kuechly's a strong word.
Kuechly is
Yeah.
a strong word.
Yeah.
It's not a word at all.
No,
it's
like a
last
name. It's just like I hear that and I'm like, you know what? I'm with that guy. I'm just saying.
But actually, you're against that.
I
guy.
know. Well, I'm just saying that I could be with him, but against the team.
Yeah, their defense looks good,
Yeah.
Carolina. And they look good without Kuechly, and he's great. So that's helpful.
Yeah.
Guys, this is award-winning insight. So if you
No,
just
sure.
nod and say yes as I say things.
What do you think about the
would be
idea that?
best.
What do you think about the idea that Cam Newton is already? Everyone's like, oh, Cam is MVP candidate. After
No.
we're 6 weeks in.
No.
It just feels so early for me.
Well, it's always early. This is
I
just
know,
what
I hate
sports
it.
does. We're like, oh, we need to talk about, it'll be the third week of the
Right.
NBA season. And it's like, is it LeBron again this year? Like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? But
it
we
time.
need something to talk about.
Of course.
When there's nothing to talk about but pet monkeys,
Yeah.
things get a little bleak in the sports
bleak.
world. So sure, we could talk about Cam being an MVP. I just don't think that's at all the. Actually,
Yeah.
when you think about it really, definition-wise, most valuable player,
Oh, you're pivoting
there's
now.
nobody else on that team.
Okay.
So if they continue to do well, he's absolutely the most valuable player on that team. It just depends. Most people don't define MVP that way. They look
No.
at it as like best player and the most valuable person in the league.
You could deserve it. Who do you like here, though? Who are you taking?
Yeah, I don't think Philly. I don't trust Philly to do things properly this season. I don't know. It just seems like a weird chain of events in Philly. So I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna go with Carolina. What's the spread? Carolina plus what? Carolina minus what?
Carolina minus 3.5.
That's it. Carolina minus 3.5. Lock it in.
Fade that pick.
It's good. Producing.
Yeah.
The line's on a
You've
separate
gone with me
page.
twice, Dave. How does that
Oh
feel?
man, you're so smart.
Well, we've both picked the favorite both times.
Yeah.
I feel really
So-
bad that the girl whose picks were fading is going with what you say.
You got
The
me there.
girl, the girl whose picks were fading,
Yeah, the woman.
the girl whose name is on the fucking sign, David.
Whoa, sorry.
Just kidding. Do we got another one, or did everybody quit just now?
Jets at Patriots. Patriots -9.
Okay, this line is incorrect. It is misinformed.
Yeah.
This is dumb. This is very stupid, and I already know who I'm picking. But Dave, what do you have on
Okay.
this dumb line?
I hear where you're going. But I just want to say on
Go
the
ahead.
Patriots side, they're home. They win at home. 20-1 in their last 21 games at home. They cover at home. They've covered 14 of their last 20 at Gillette. Also, I just want to point this out
Last
to
week,
you.
no, it was in Indy.
I want to point out to you that the Jets quarterback is Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Did he go? Where did he go to school?
Florida State.
Oh,
Florida State.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy who went to Harvard. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Oh, that's the guy.
This guy's due for a Ryan Fitzpatrick game, and I think this is the week it's going to happen. I think maybe he'll be nervous if all.
And by that you mean he's due to look more like he sucks.
Exactly.
Okay, I
He's
just
due
wanted to make sure that's clear to everybody.
To be clear, he's due to, and I think this is the week it's going to happen.
Okay, that's fine. Do you think it's because he'll be so close to Harvard, he just
Yes.
gets really nervous?
I think maybe some old college buddies from secret societies are going to be there, and he's going to be a little nervous to perform in front of them.
Okay, Matt, you're taking the Jets side here. What are you?
I am.
Yep.
It doesn't sound like you need a whole lot of convincing.
I
if
know. I
I'm
want to
reading
go
you
with
properly.
you every time here, but
Yep. Well, last year the Jets were 4-12.
Yep.
And the Patriots beat them twice.
Yep.
But by a combined margin of only 3 points.
Yep.
So the Jets like to keep it close against the Pats. They're obviously rivals. Jets 7-1 against the spread in their last 8. And this doesn't look like it's going to be a blowout. The Jets hold the ball. They're the top rushing offense in the league, and they're the top defense in the league. So I really think that they're going to keep it close. I don't know if they're going to win this game, but I don't see them losing by double digits.
I agree. I'm going to agree with that completely. Kind of what I was saying last week is that every time the Pats should blow someone out, they don't. Mm-hmm. And you talked me out of it, you sly little devil, and I picked the Pats. And then that goddamn backdoor cover, and so I'm like, cool, I probably should have just gone with my instincts instead of Dave. Mm-hmm. So that's actually why I'm picking against you
Wow.
in every game this week.
Retribution.
Yeah, this game's going to be closer than it should be. It always is against the Jets. Granted, Rex isn't there, but I don't think that's the only thing. It's going to be closer than it should be. Revis is coming back, and Revis is going to be angry. Revis plays well angry. Revis knows the Patriots' offense very well, I imagine, and I don't think, it's just not going to be that close. I think the Patriots will win, but if they don't, I won't be shocked. I'm taking the Jets +9.
Wow.
Fade that pick.
Now,
There
I'll
we
be
go.
pissed, but I won't be shocked.
All right, it's time for your lock of the week.
Okay, so my lock of the week is Jets +9.
Katie Nolan's lock of the week.
Great. Got it.
Amazing.
Love it.
Next.
All right.
Okay, it's time for junk mail.
You've got junk mail.
Oh, all right.
So wait, just set it up. If people don't know, this is a part of the show where you guys can send us your questions and we're going to answer them. So you send them to my Twitter, to Garbage Time Twitter, at Katie Nolan, at Garbage Time. I'm sure you could send a letter to someone and we'll answer them.
Maybe.
But Dave, what have we got this week?
DAM, an old friend.
Yeah, we have used him in every iteration of junk mail we've ever done.
And we appreciate you.
Yeah.
He asks, if you had to pick a current TV show to cameo in as a love interest, what would it be?
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
quite a question.
That's a good one.
Well, so my first thought is Nashville. Is that a current TV? Is that still on TV?
I don't know. We'll have to fact check that.
Because I would want to be Connie Britton's love interest.
Yeah.
Mrs.
She's
Coach.
married a couple different people on that show or something, a bunch of different times, and I think it's time she make a sharp left turn for a scissor fest.
I think that's a great one.
I would love Connie Britton so much. And I wouldn't even really need to have sexual relations with her. I just want to comb her hair. She has such great hair.
She does have
Just want
good
to
hair.
touch it and smell it.
That's great.
And so, do you guys have less creepy answers, or do we want to roll with my answer?
My thought was the Muppets. Because there's like this hot love triangle going on in the Muppets right now where, Kermit and Miss Piggy broke up, and he's dating another pig named Denise.
The Bay of Pigs.
Oh, hashtag Bay of Pigs.
Sorry.
Yep.
So I think maybe you can insert yourself in there, because I'm really disturbed by the fact that there's two pigs, female pigs
sorry.
on the show. What's up?
Are you saying I could insert myself in to a frog pig pig love triangle,
That would
making
be-
it a frog pig human pig love square?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm.
I will. It's a hard
That is
pass.
way creepier.
Okay, fine.
It's a hard pass from me. You've made my Connie Britton take less weird with your wanting me to sleep with a Muppet.
I feel you on that. I'm sorry. Just to finish my point,
Oh, please do.
it disturbs me that there's two female pigs on the show, and one is named Miss Piggy and one is named Denise. I just want to say that.
That's fair. Maybe Denise's last name is Piggy,
Maybe,
but she
right.
just doesn't go by her formal name.
Right. It's like a producer Matt and Dave thing.
Exactly.
Exactly. If
yeah.
Miss Piggy married Kermit, does she become Mrs. Frog? There's a great question for
Wow.
you. Kermit
Great.
the Frog.
For sure.
Anyway, Matt, what do you think?
Well, it depends what you're going for, you know. I mean, I think Orange is the New Black. You should follow up on that, but that's obviously a little bit tricky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Leah
Yeah.
Delaria was on the show, and Katie, I think, won the game, and
That meant I was going to get a cameo.
yeah, exactly.
She said it could happen.
Yeah,
But
and
I
you're
bet.
hosting SNL too.
Oh
Winning
yeah,
was just a
that's
thing.
right. You know what's not fair is that like I win these games and we never follow up on the thing I'm supposed to get after winning them.
We will. We'll get on.
Oh
that.
yeah, we'll follow up on me hosting
Yeah.
SNL.
All right. All right. That was junk mail. Good junk
That's
mail.
it. You didn't give
Well,
me
you
your.
didn't give an answer.
No,
Yeah.
I did.
Or is Muppets the answer?
No.
She won with
Nashville's the
Nashville.
answer.
We'll go with Nashville.
Okay.
It's a good question, but it's not the best question. So everybody else, send in another question for next week that's better than this question. Challenge
That was junk mail.
accepted. I didn't know there was an audio drop. That's my bad. That was junk mail.
That was junk mail.
Okay, guys, that's it for podcast number 2.
job.
I think
Yeah.
it went really well.
Good job by you.
guys.
Good job by you.
Good job by you guys.
Yeah.
I just talked about monkeys and Muppets.
It's great.
We're going to be back next Thursday.
Yeah.
Thank you, producer Matt.
Thank you for having
Thanks,
me.
producer Matt.
Thank you, producer Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you, producer Kirk. Silent Kirk. Make sure to subscribe on iTunes, you guys. Rate it. Leave comments. But again, only if they're 5 stars and positive. Otherwise, just think about it for a minute. Maybe
It's
your
like
opinion.
Uber.
Maybe your opinion will change. I always give 5 stars on Uber.
to.
Always.
You should.
Unless I don't. Or you can listen to it on SoundCloud or whatever podcast app you like to listen to podcasts on. So thanks for listening. Bye.